Oh, hey guys, it's Andrew here from AppleInsider. I'm getting a little distracted already before we even started because the latest update to Fortnite for iOS is finally out, and that counts for iPhone as well as iPad, and it brings kind of two of the major features that people have been asking for. And I know people have been asking for them because I look back at all of our other videos we've done on Fortnite for iOS, and I see the comments on there all of the time. And they want that high refresh rate, that 120 FPS, and people want support for L3 and R3 controls on external controllers. And fortunately, the latest update to Fortnite brings just that. So that's what we're gonna look at in this video. We start off looking at the controls, then let's check out the high refresh rate and what its limitations possibly are. So let's go ahead and dive in. So L3 and R3, for those who maybe aren't familiar, and I'm sure everyone who's watching this video is familiar with L3 and R3, but essentially they're just additional buttons that are mapped to external controllers. You can press down on either the left or the right joystick, basically making a little clicking function, and those are additional buttons that can be mapped to different functions. So by default, there's some previous ones already set up in there. So for like your combat controls, if you double tap on the left joystick, that's going to allow you just to auto sprint. So just continue auto sprinting so you don't have to hold down the control the entire time. Makes it really easy. And the right joystick, you can go ahead and depress that down and you can crouch. Now there are other options available depending on what you're setting up. You can also hold it down, I believe, in combat controls to repair, but it can be mapped to different things depending on your preference. But the main thing is there are now finally support for that L3 and R3 within Fortnite on mobile. So it's going to be a huge deal for anyone who's actually trying to, compete or get, some solid scores on mobile versus the advantages that those have on playing on consoles. So it's a huge deal for anyone who's playing Fortnite on mobile and uses those external controllers, whether it's the Xbox controllers, the PS4 DualShock controllers, whatever it may be. At least it's now an option. We of course went and tried it out a little bit. You can basically see here, there's not a lot to see, but it's doing what it exactly expects to do. Double pressing on the left one, you're gonna be able to sprint. Pressing on the right one, you can crouch really easily. Just a little bit easier to get into those controls than you otherwise could. It just makes it a little bit more easier to customize to your particular preferences. The second thing we want to talk about is the new 120 FPS frame rate. This is pretty cool. This is really awesome. Now, there are a couple limitations here, but before we get into all of that, we do just have to take a moment and talk about our sponsor for this video, which is X-Doria. Now, they have some amazing cases out there. We love their defense cases. There's some awesome ones that have blend the aluminum with the clear back, so you can still see the Apple logos, but it's still really protective. Fantastic cases all around. I also love their Defense Duo wireless charger, so it allows you to charge both your iPhone as well as a set of AirPods at the same time. Two devices at the same time. It still is made out of aluminum. It's really sleek and slim. Great looking wireless charger all around. So if you don't have a wireless charger and need something to charge both your iPhone as well as your set of AirPods, this is definitely something to look into. If you want to look anything else from X-Doria, go ahead and check out the links down below in the description and possibly save some money. Now let's go ahead and talk about the new updated refresh rate, the 120 FPS. Now there is a big limitation here, which is it only works on the 2018 iPad Pros, both the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch. It's not, Fortnite's fault or Epic's fault by any means. It's actually just the limitations in the technology on iOS. So the iPad actually has the Pro Motion display, which is capable of up to 120 Hz refresh rate, whereas on iPhone, it's just not. We did test it out quite a bit, and you can definitely tell a difference. So here it is on our 12.9-inch iPad Pro. It looks so smooth. It looks great while you're just playing, and it looks even better when you compare them side by side. So on the left, you have basically the same kind of thing going on at the standard refresh rate, like 30 or 60 Hertz, and then on the right-hand side, you see the 120 FPS. It's a pretty big difference, especially when you're moving around a lot. It's definitely noticeable, and it's going to make a huge difference, especially when you're pairing it with the new L3 and R3 controls. It's just going to bring Fortnite Mobile to just a whole another level. So what do you guys think? Are you really appreciating these updates? Do you want to see Apple bring that 120 Hz screen to the iPhone in maybe the next iteration so you can get that 120 FPS on the iPhone version as well as the iPad? Let me know down below in the comments or just reach me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.